It's the Asia Rugby Emirates under 27s, and now it's the second women's fixture where China take on Sri Lanka. Here's the lineup for today. Here's how both teams look on paper. Both teams will be raring to go. We know both teams have a strong history, strong rugby history. And for Sri Lanka, it looks like Minoli Dinusha Jude, Sarini Nayantara, Naduli De Silva, Pavani Satrani, Tikashi Ayusha, Chamodi Sansrani, and Ishini Kavisha Kankanam Arachileg Lage take the field here today. And also to kick off proceedings, it's Team Sri Lanka. Penalty here, going in favor of China. Now they're on the charge there, looking for spaces, looking for crevices where they could just get past. Now a lovely run down the left flank. This could be the first try of the match. Absolutely, and it will. Effortlessly done there by China. Wonderful run down the left flank. And they draw first blood. China take the lead. 7 points on board for them. It's number 5, Ping Li. Right at the beginning of the first half itself, China take the lead. A well-deserved lead. A wonderful run down the left flank. The assistant referee there, Anupam. Line out for Sri Lanka. Early stages of the match, and China looked the more dangerous of the two opponents. Couldn't hold on to that one. It's that number 5, Ping Li. Oh, at it again. And this will be another try, surely. Sri Lanka made a huge mistake, and they just paid for it. And it's that girl, Ping Li, who makes no mistake and scores again for China. Here's a look at that. Couldn't hold on. The pass was a bit too high. The throw was a bit too high. Ping Li taking total advantage on that occasion and getting another 5 points on the scoreboard for China. 4 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this match, in this first half, and it's China leading 12 and Sri Lanka 0. Wonderful work from China right at the start of this match. Good kick there from China. Fumble there from Sri Lanka, but they hold on to the ball. A wonderful tackle there. A horde of Chinese players there surrounding Sri Lankan players, not giving them an inch. Another fumble, couldn't hold on to it. Now Ping Li coming through. Foul there, penalty awarded to Team Sri Lanka. Stitching together a couple of passes, but then eventually another fumble, but they hold on to it. Somehow managing, still not in total control of it, Sri Lanka. China applying all the pressure, pushing Sri Lanka deep back into their own half. A penalty for Sri Lanka. Offloads. Now Sri Lanka looking to gain some momentum in this match. Still with Sri Lanka. Good work there from China. It's pulling her out of play. Line out. That wasn't very good from China, and Sri Lanka with the ball now. Looking to charge through, but she stopped right in her tracks. Another wonderful tackle there from China. Goes down, but now she finds some space. Brought back down again. Good work from China. Managing to keep Sri Lanka away from their own half. Knock on. The ball back with scrum, rather. Just a minute, more than a minute left in this first half. And China comfortably leading 12-0 here. Sri Lanka have a lot to do if they want to come back into this match. And they must. They must show some spirit here in this match if they want to take anything away from it. The ball has been fed in. Oh, lovely, lovely dummy there. A chance for China again. She's on the run. She's going to right beneath the upright. And 7 more points for China. It's Jing Lu who scored that try. Oh, what an amazing run that was. Absolutely right at the stroke of half-time. China scored yet another try. And it was that girl, Jing Liu, the number 10. The scrum half. Now a chance for China again. And another try. Easily done there. Back-to-back tries for China. There's nothing Sri Lanka can do to keep them away or keep them at bay. In total control of the game at the moment. Looking to convert now. And number 1, Lei Zhang. And that's the end of the first half. What an amazing first half it's been for China. It's been China true and true, and there's little Sri Lankan girls could do. Putting the pressure on Sri Lanka right from the start, and at halftime, China 19, Sri Lanka 0. Don't go anywhere, folks. This looks like it's going to be an exciting match, may even be a high-scoring affair. Do join us in just a few moments for the second half. And here's a look at the first half action. Ping Li, the number 5. Back-to-back tries for her right at the start of the match itself. And Jing Liu with the third try. 7 points for her team. That wasn't a try, rather. But then thereafter, no? Welcome back, folks, for the second half of this match between China and Sri Lanka. And China comfortably leading 19 points to nothing. Another one-way affair in this Asia Rugby Emirates under-27s women's fixture specifically. Because in the men's fixture, we saw some really tight games almost going down to the wire. And now China on the charge. And number 18 there, using her strength, barging closer and closer towards the try line. And it looks like just waiting confirmation here. Oh, that was a try. And this is the chance for conversion. We just received confirmation. So China moved to 24 with that try. And right at the beginning of the first half, of the second half, they strike again, just like they did in the first half. Lei Zhang unsuccessful on converting on that occasion. With the game going China's way right from the start, just like it did in the last fixture with Uzbekistan. Good kick. Good catch, but a nice tackle thereafter. Quick release. Couldn't. No precision on that pass because of the pressure added on by the Chinese. A good pushback. And the Chinese have the ball again, but it's a forward pass. And the ball back in possession with the Sri Lankan team. Another scrum. Very close to Sri Lanka's try line. But of course, the scrum in their favor. Sri Lanka will try to get rid of the ball as fast as possible, but they lose possession. And now another chance. And another try for China. Another 5 points. And that will take them to 29 with that try. China proving to be extremely strong for the Sri Lankan team. Here's a look at that. A fumble. She holds on to the ball. And a beautiful, beautiful try there from China. The conversion unsuccessful once again. First it was Uzbekistan who made a statement, and now it's China who are clearly sending across a message to the other teams that they are here to win and perform. Looks like there's been a substitution for China. Four minutes still remaining in this match. Could be a high-scoring affair, a high-score margin between the two. Could be on display here today. China already have racked up 29 points. Sri Lanka yet to open the kitty. Sri Lanka still trying their very best. Not giving up just yet. But China doing well to regain possession. And now they're on the charge again. And another try. Number 15. Making no mistake on that occasion. Barging through, finding the gap, and planting the ball onto the ground. Inside the try zone. Here's a look at that. Good offload. Towards the left flank. Here's a look at that again. Wonderful offload. And then acres of space ahead of her. She makes no mistake. China now moves to 36. Sri Lanka 0. 2.5 minutes still remaining in this match. It's not over here, folks. It's not over yet, folks. There's still a lot of minutes left on the clock. Could we see a couple of more tries coming in from China? Once again on the charge. Oh, absolutely, making no mistake. Playing so effortlessly well. China. Sri Lanka defense doing well on that occasion, still keeping them at bay. But they're getting dangerously close to what they want. Now, there's another chance, surely another try. She's running away with it. No one's going to stop her. And another 7 points for China. A direct 7 because she planted the ball between the yellow lines underneath the upright. "43 points for China on board now. Sri Lanka 0. Strong statement made in this match from Team China. This team is not to be messed with. They've come in here well prepared and they're showcasing their skills on a grand stage at this Asia Rugby Emirates under-27s. The team looks like a well-oiled machine, effortlessly working together and executing their plans as they wanted to. A little bit more than a minute remaining. Foul called for holding on to the ball. Scrum. Now China have the ball once again, and every time they've had the ball, they've been threatening right from the start. They've been extremely dangerous whenever they've been charging up front. "42 seconds remaining in the second half. Quick start. And another try for China. It's number 10, Jing Liu, once again scoring for her team. She's at it again, this young, talented rugby player from China. Look at that. She throws a dummy and then scores another try for China. China have hit the half-century mark. 50 points on board. Sri Lanka can do absolutely nothing. Having to play most of the match as mere spectators, this Sri Lankan team. Because China have made very little of Sri Lanka. And now they're on the charge again. Could this be another try? Acres of space ahead of her. It should be, and it will be, another try for China. 55 points. They've absolutely run away with this game now. Comfortable victory from China, by China. They haven't put a single foot wrong right from the start of the game. Look at that, stitched together a couple of lovely passes down to the left flank. Another unsuccessful conversion, and with that comes the end of the match. It's China who have won, and won comfortably here. A mammoth victory, 55-0. Sri Lanka will feel a little frustrated and disappointed for not putting up a decent enough fight. But China have entered this tournament, and how clear statement put forward. This team are serious title contenders in this Asia Rugby Emirates under-27s. Happy cam there. China. And here's a look at the highlights of the match. There's Bingley, who scored 2 tries back-to-back right at the start of the first half. And that was a mistake from Team Sri Lanka that allowed China to get the better of them. And this was another wonderful try. And tries back-to-back, tries galore rather in this match from China. Look at that. Dodging 2 players right in the try zone to get that 7 points. And that was Jing Jing with a lovely dummy throw. Last bit of play down the left flank for China that resulted in their last and final try. And with that comes the end of the match. It's China 55, Sri Lanka 0 at full time. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly with another exciting fixture for you. Welcome back, folks. It's the second women's fixture after the afternoon break, and it's time for China to take on Uzbekistan in this Asia Rugby Emirates under-27s. Here's how both teams are lined up for today. China starting with Li Zhang, number 1, Zhishuang Zhang, number 3, Julian Bai, number 4, Jia Yu, number 6, Baizi, number 9, Jingjing Liu, number 10, and Jinjui Liu, number 12. The Uzbekistan girls, it's Mashkura Yuldosheva who's starting alongside with Ainura Abziva, Nafosat Odilova, number 3, Nargiza Jumabayeva, 4, Gulru Rusmatova, 5, Hulkar Olomberganova, 9, and number 11, Nozimakon Abdu Pataeva. Just a few minutes, we'll have kickoff. And here we go. The girls take the field now. The Uzbekistan girls and the China girls. The China team donning the white jersey this time. The girls will be raring to go. The girls from Uzbekistan, they won big in their first match. Uzbekistan won their first match against Nepal quite comfortably, defeating them 41-0. China to kick off proceedings. Nice long kick deep into the heart of Uzbekistan's defense. China serious contenders for the title. High tackle rather. Possession back with Uzbekistan. Number 7, Zarvinos Avas Khunova. There's a tussle mid-air. At a moment there, it looked like the Uzbek player was hanging in the mare for a moment. After that tackle. But scrum now, China to feed, a scrum off of China to feed that ball into the scrum. Quick restart from China here. She knocks that down, advantage given. Knock on. Once again, the ref bringing that back, signaling it in the favor of Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan losing the ball momentarily there. Uzbekistan. A quick release. Looking to get the ball away from their try line. Uzbekistan doing very well to hold on to the ball. High tackle once again from China. Uzbekistan on the charge, looking to build something. The number 7 there, who's been in really good form for Uzbekistan. Sarvinos, Avas Konova. Knock on, and this time in favor of China. Now Uzbekistan at number 7, Sarvinos. Still looking for that gap, Uzbekistan. No breakthrough yet for either team. That's going to be the first yellow card of the match. That means China will play with one woman less, one player less rather. Still yet to break the deadlock, both these teams. 3 minutes remaining in this first half. China clearly the team putting a lot of pressure on their opponents at the moment. The referee blows the whistle. She'll have to take that again. Or rather, it's a scrum. Now, quick restart from China. And that will be the first try. Wonderful try from China. There's nothing that Uzbekistan could do. She had a lot of space ahead of her, and there was no one marking her. She forced herself and scored the try. 5 points to China, and they take the lead late in the first half. Here's a look at that again. Quick restart. The Uzbekistani players were not prepared for that. Look at them. They were about a little confused and not in position when China restarted the game. And China took full advantage of their awareness. Now, they've got 5 points to their name. Still a lot of time left in this match. China have only taken a 5-point lead. Knock on, silly mistake. This could cost them dearly. The ref was right there. She tried to get away with it. And number 11, Nosy Makhon. But the ref saw right through that and knew that it was knocked on right from the start. Now another opportunity for China. They've been in incredible form in this tournament so far. Now, Uzbekistan have the ball. Looking for that gap. Couldn't hold on. Line out. Just 15 seconds left on the clock. Can China find another try, or will we go into halftime with the score remaining exact as it is? Oh, good opportunity for China. What lovely play from her. She saw the gap. She saw the players weren't ready for her, and she took full advantage of the situation. 7 points added to their tally. China getting that well-deserved try right at the very end of the second half. Look to their tally. China right at the on, and she did really, really well for her team there. Number 3, Zhizhuan Zhang. What a way to wrap up the first half. At the end of halftime, China lead by 12 points to nothing. A game that both teams started off very strongly, but eventually Uzbekistan fell back slightly. And there's a lot for Uzbekistan to do if they want to take anything away from this game in the second half. China sit comfortably with a 12-point lead. What a beautiful complex, sports complex this is here at Rajgir, the Rajgir Sports Complex. Here's a look at that try there, cheeky one. She knew the players weren't in position, and she took the opportunity. And then Zhizhuan Zhang with that incredible run, eventually ending up scoring that try. Chinese coach there giving out clear instructions to his players, telling them to execute exactly as they do in practice. And Uzbekistan start the second half off. Not a very long or high kick, and a good catch there by number 5, Ping Li. Jinqing Liu pass it down to number 18. Plays it back. Good dummy there. An incredible tackle from the Uzbekistani player. Looking to dodge past the players. Lovely pass there. Another lovely opening. There's room now available for her. And she's going to run, run, and run all the way to score yet another try. And yet another 7 points for China. They move up to 19 points with that try. An incredible run from the number 18. Look at that again. The foot race was on, but no one was catching her. Right under the upright, in between the yellow lines. 7 whole points for China. China well in control of this match. Uzbekistan tried their best, but now finding it quite difficult to get the better of their opponents. China have kept the pressure on right from the very start. They've ensured that they played deep inside their opponent's half, keeping them under. Now she couldn't keep that in play. Oh, she looked for a quick restart, but China regained possession. Smart interception there. Zhang, knock on. Chinese players have demanded a scrum. Now substitution for China. Number 8 and number 2 coming on. Jiai Meng and number 8, Jixin Huang on the field. Jingjing Liu, the scrum half, who's going to feed that ball into the scrum for China. They've done so very well, this Chinese team. An emphatic victory in their first match and now leading comfortably 19 points to nothing against the Uzbeks. The Uzbeks have the ball now, still looking for a chance to get through. Still looking for those inroads, for those little gaps. But China, resilient as ever, keeping it tight, not giving Uzbekistan even an inch to play with or to work with. Here you go. There's space here. Surely another try. And this one comes off Lei Zhang. Incredible work from her. There was plenty of space on the left flank. She sensed the opportunity and she grabbed it with both hands. Well played there, Lei Zhang. Another 5 points for China, taking them to 24. Looking for the conversion, rather unsuccessful. But China lead here 24-0. Just about 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Here we go again. Taking a huge lead in this match so far, China. 24-point lead. Definitely there is time on the clock for a few more tries. going to be another yellow card, this time to a player from Uzbekistan. She'll have to get off the field for 2 minutes, and that means China have one player advantage for the remaining 1 minute 55 seconds of the match. Anuro Abziva, the player who was shown the yellow card for Uzbekistan, she will play no further role in this match. Now, fresh legs on the field for China here. They're looking for yet another try. They found the gap. And will it be another 7 points? Comfortably done. It's the number 11, Jinyu Mao. Jinyu Mao. Look at that. She saw the space. She saw an opportunity. And she took it. They extend the lead now to 31 points. A straight 7 for China there. Uzbekistan go for the kick. Trying to clear the ball as far as they can. But now another chance for China. They're on the move yet again. No chance for Uzbekistan. Looks like another 7. Oh, that was an unsuccessful try. There goes the hooter. Uzbekistan did well on that front. She made it well inside the try zone. But Uzbekistan didn't allow her. Uzbekistan made it well inside and didn't allow her the ball to the ground. Now, the ball back with China. This could be the last action of this match. And that's it. That's the end of the match. China win comfortably against Uzbekistan. 31-0. What a game the Chinese have had. Uzbekistan put up an early fight. Came in strong into the match. But then China were too strong for their opponents and completely outplayed them, winning comfortably at the end, 31-0. Here's a look at the highlights from the previous match. An absolute one-sided affair from China, a brilliant display. Wonderful performance of them. Completely dominating the game right from the word go. Not giving Uzbekistan even a chance to create or to come up with something. They kept a clean sheet and won comfortably by the end of it. And now it's time for yet another match in the women's fixture. And that match is between Hong Kong, China and Kazakhstan. Both teams will be raring to go. And both teams will take the ground shortly. And the Kazakh girls will take on Hong Kong, China, who've been absolutely brilliant in this tournament so far. Welcome back, folks. It's time for another clash in the women's category. And now it's turn for China to take on Nepal. Of course, China have been dominant right from the very first game, winning all their games so far. And here's how they line up. In number 2, Jie Mang. Number 4, Julin Bai. Number 5, Ping Li. Number 7, Xin Luv. Number 8, Jijin Huang. And number 9, Bai Zi. And number 11, Jinyu Mao. And for Nepal, we have number 1, Samjhauta Tumbapo. Number 3, Samidika Magar. Number 4, Rekha Khadka. Number 5, Sushila Sunuvar. Number 6, Nisha Galan. Number 7, Rosha Pokhrel. And number 10, Arusi Bhattarai. Nepal have had a good outing. They lost both their matches, but a great exposure. And definitely they look to build on their future in rugby from here on. A wonderful platform to showcase their skills. China China have looked absolutely formidable from the word go. Put forward some great performances so far. Lovely rugby we've got to see from them. And here's Team China back in their red jersey. They'll be raring to go, looking to top the table here, China. They haven't put one foot wrong so far. Just a few moments now, the players will take the field. And here we go. It's time for China versus Nepal. Will this be a high-scoring affair, or will Nepal put up a good fight? Definitely an interesting clash awaits us here at the Rajgir Sports Complex in Bihar. Nepal have been outstanding clash away. Bihar have been classed. A lot to take away from this tournament. Nepal have only sent their women's team for the Asia Rugby Emirates under 27s 2025. a real good exposure for them. They've already scored a 2 tries in this tournament so far. And Nepal kickoff proceedings. Not a really good kick. But China on the go right from the beginning. Chance here. They look too strong for Nepal. No chance for Nepal here. Dangerously close to the try line. And barges through to score the first try of the match. Wonderful work from China. Took them only 25 seconds to open their account. Jiajin Huang looks to convert from this angle. Pretty acute. Wasn't going to be an easy one. But the first 5 points are up on the board for China. Here's a look at that again. And number 14 there. Doing ever so well for China. All it took was just 25 seconds for China to find the breakthrough. Now Nepal with the line out. Wrong throw. Ball back with China. A quick start here. Playing the ball down the left flank. Looking for a quick release. But will she go the distance? Yes, she does. Yet another try for China. This is exactly what they wanted. And this looks like it's going to be yet another high-scoring affair. China have been absolutely fantastic from the morning. And that's rather unfortunate. She couldn't convert that one. She threw a dummy there. Then went right into a bunch of Nepali players. And still found herself through to score a try. Good kick here from China. Deep into Nepal's half. And they go for a kick now to get rid of the ball from the danger zone. Escapes that player with complete ease there. And number 11, Jin Yu Mao. Will she go the distance? Yes, she does. Absolutely fantastic stuff from China. Unstoppable. There's nothing that Nepal can do to stop this formidable force right in front of them. Beautiful work. Beautiful rugby are on display from China. Once again, stand number 8, Jiangxin Huang. Looking for the conversion. Yet again, unsuccessful. But China take a 15-point lead here in the first half. Here's a look at that. What a run from Jin Yu Mao. Nice kick there. Goes out. Off play. Line out. ball is back with China now. Jian Xing Huang, number 17 with the ball. She couldn't hold on to it. But still regaining possession there, the number 15. Zhezang Hung with the ball, passes it to number 14. She's looking for the space. She finds it. She's going to run away with it all the way for 7 points. There's a number 14 again. She does it again. A second try of this match. And there's no answer to give from Nepal. It's as easy as it is for China at the moment. There's nothing Nepal can do to stop China at this moment. Another long-range kick. That will run out of play. A minute and a half remaining in this. A minute and a half remaining in the first half. What a day we've had so far in this Asia Rugby Emirates under-27s. Fantastic games we've witnessed. Now we're down to the last 3 games of the day. "22 games we've witnessed so far. An end-to-end action, lovely rugby on display, stellar performances. We've seen it all today. Now China regain possession. Acres of space ahead of her. It's as easy as it gets. And China, once again, score another try. And that's straight 7 points. And that will take China to 29. Jogs her way to score a try. Wonderful work from China here. There's nothing the Nepalese players can do to stop them. It's a dangerous kick there. But that's the end of the first half. And at the end of the first half, it's China who lead comfortably 29 points to nothing. Here's a look at those first half tries from China. It's been China all the way in this matchup. And the players take the field for the second half of this clash. China leading comfortably, making easy work of Nepal here at the Rajgir Sports Complex. They're up by 29, leading comfortably work of Nepal. Rajgir Sports by half ahead of us. It'll be interesting to see how things pan out from here on. It's looking like it's going to be a totally dominated game by China. She can't hold on to the ball, and China regained possession. Played back to number 18, who's looking for the space. Offloads it to number 14. Another try for her and another 7 points for China. She is off the hook today, playing extremely well from the word go. This is her third try of the match so far. Kudos to her. In the right position at the right time. Knew exactly what to do. There was there in support for a teammate there. And there was definitely no holding her back on that occasion. Now China, 36, lead by 36 points. They regain possession once again, deep inside Nepal's half. It's number 14 again. Throws a dummy on the first occasion, but then makes the pass eventually. Playing down the left flank. Referee finally blows the whistle. China penalized for holding onto the ball for too long after going down to the ground. Now ball in Nepal's favor, Nepal's possession, I beg your pardon. Nepal still have the ball here, looking for some space, but blocked down by the tall Chinese players. They lose the ball rather cheaply there, Nepal. China on the prowl once again. Building an attack here. Down the left flank. Lovely stuff from China, but just slight fumble. Knock on. The decision going against China here. Substitution being made for China. And number 16 coming on. Number 14. Number 14 still on the pitch. Still on the field. Now Nepal have the ball. Can they get a consolation try? Looks highly unlikely at this stage. They're looking to kick the ball away. But China pressurizing them and making the most of it. Another try. Oh, not yet. Right on the try line. And now definitely this is try number 4 for the number 14 from China. Making light work of Nepal here, China. China, what a lead they've taken. 43 points ahead. Still 3.5 minutes to go in the second half. Couldn't catch that one. China have had majority of possession so far. Stitching together a lovely couple of passes down the left flank. Trying to create something now. Running into the middle. Looking to dodge and skip past the player. Number 3. Zishuan Zhang. Jiaxing Huang with the ball. China once again dangerously close to the try line. And with ease, she gets that one. Jin Yu Mao, yet again, scoring a try for China. 48 points on the scoreboard for China. 2.5 minutes still remaining in this match. An absolute demolition job here. And that was a successful conversion. So 2 more points. And they've reached 50. 50 points for China on board now. Another nice long kick. And Nepal doing well on that occasion, getting rid of the ball in the nick of time. Now number 18 on the prowl, on the attack. Surely this will be another 7 points. China is simply running away with this game, and there's nothing that Nepal can do to stop them. Absolutely nothing. Once again on the attack now, China. Oh, she's found space, and there's a lot of space ahead of her. Another 7 points, it looks like. It's highly likely, and she's done it again. China have absolutely dominated this game in a stunning fashion. And there's the hooter that goes off. The last bit of action in this game now. Nepal looking to kill things, looking to clear the ball rather. And now China on the attack once again. Could this be the last try? Yes, it will be. And that is a try. Another 5 points, taking them to 69. And that's the end of this competition. A one-way affair all through the match. China dominating this game. Nepal, of course, go out of this tournament, but definitely with a lot of confidence going forward. There's a bright future for rugby in their country. China, what a dominating display. And here's a look at the highlights of the match. Number 14, what a performance she put up in this clash, scoring 4 tries through the match. And that's how things end here in Rajgir Sports Complex. I said it before, I'll say it again, an absolute demolition job done here by China. No chance for the Nepalese. They had no answers to give back to China, who looked way too strong for their opponents. Eventually, size and experience mattered in this clash. China proving their mettle again and again in this tournament that they are serious title contenders. Here's a look at one of the last few tries. You could say it was tries galore in this matchup for China. And just like that, and joining me in the comm box now is Akshay Pallav. Akshay, welcome to the comm box for the first semi-finals for the Cup finals. What do you think? What's going to happen next?
Thanks a lot, Paulie. The much-awaited encounter and probably the most important encounter for the Indian viewers' perspective. The Indians girls going into the semi-finals. This is going to be an absolutely nail-biter. Amazing stuff going to happen in front of us. And now, on the right-hand side of my commentary box, I can see a lot of viewers who are waiting for this match to happen. And for the Indian side, on the lineup, we are going to have number 3, Mamali Singh, and number 5, the captain, Bhumika Shukla. Anshu Kumari, the star player who has been lighting up the field all tournament long. And along with her, Kyra Bianca Vincent, a very, very trusted player of this team, has started in all 4 of the matches in this tournament. Along with her, Ritu Maji. And then comes Gudia Kumari, Tanushri, Nitin Bhosle. On the other side, the Chinese, it's going to be Li Zhang. It's going to be Zhizuan Zhang. It's going to be Jiluan Bai. It's going to be Jia Wu, jersey number 7, Jinri, jersey number 10, Jingjing Liu, and jersey number 12, Junjing Liu.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting clash here. The Chinese have been very strong through this tournament. We've seen a couple of matches from them. They've been prolific in nature, but not taking anything away from the host nation. These Indian girls have proved their mettle. They've shown why they deserve a spot in the main semi-finals of this competition. And it's all of it. Everything goes down to the team that performs better in this matchup. The Indian girls are seriously hyped up and ready to go. Now, you were mentioning the Indian lineup, Akshay, and I must say, Anshu Kumari is one of the vital and key members along with Bhumika Chola and Tanushri. But don't forget, Kyra Bianca Vincent is an essential clog in this team because Kyra has been one of the only players to provide the most amount of support and assists.
And as you can see, the huge roar from the Indian spectators and the viewers who have gathered here to watch their team take on China in the semi-finals, being welcomed by the huge roar and applause here. And we were mentioning players to look out for. I would also say number 12, Alpana Kumari, yesterday made the all-important try in that match against UAE.
Yes, Alpana Kumari was vital. That's the reason why India find themselves in the spot in the main semi-finals. And that too against the big and mighty Chinese team. But they've shown their grit and determination, this Indian team. These young, talented girls have shown that they're capable of taking on any level. And they're capable of competing at every level that they get. There's no taking away anything from these girls. They've shown their class, their grit, their determination by performing extremely well on the field. And that's what it matters. It's about who performs better today in this match and on the field. Here we go, the start of the first half in this clash between the Indian team and China. Straight into action. The Chinese having possession of the ball. Good offload there. China moving forward. Resilient India not allowing them to move even an inch into their own half. China still with the ball, looking for a clear gap. Can she find one from here? Oh, good tackle there. Good tackle there. China still on the move. There's space there for her.
Constant pressure from the Chinese, and they're trying to peg back the Indian girls. And look at the Chinese. Good offload. Indians being very resilient, trying to fight for every inch of property there. And there we see the first try coming in from China. A vital opening for China in this all-important semi-final. That's 5 points to China, and we'll have to wait and watch if the conversion kicks gives them 2 more points. But the beginning has been totally dominated by China because they never let the Indians get towards the center line and kept pushing them towards the try line.
I guess we saw it coming because they had possession to begin with. It's India who kicked off proceedings, so it was always going to be China trying to apply the pressure right from the very start and score a try. And they've done exactly what they wanted and got exactly what they needed to propel them forward in this game. And now it's all eyes on India and how they're going to respond back to this. Are they going to go in with a smart, the strategic way of scoring another try, or are they going to use pure pace and innovative thinking to get what they want? Let's see how things pan out now instantly.
Well, the response has to come really quickly, and the response has to come really quickly for India. And look at the urgency that you can see in the team. They're constantly trying to make use of the ball that they have right now. Running from the center of the field right now. Good grab. Going in.
Lovely offload.
That's there.
Number 5 running away to glory. Could this be the first 7 points for India? Yes, it is.
Bhumika Shukla, the captain, has made sure her team is having the advantage back. It's 7 points to India, and what a response to what the Chinese did initially. As I was thinking, we were having this feeling that the Indians, the very first opportunity that they get to respond, will respond with fierce force. There we have.
Absolutely great work from Team India. Just as I said earlier, Akshay, we talked about would they come back in a strategic and smart manner, or would they come back aggressively and in an innovative way? They've done exactly the latter. They've come in and they've got that 7 points on the board and that much needed 2-point lead. But now possession is back with China, and we've seen how dangerous the Chinese could be. 7 points each right now at the moment. Apologies, it's all level here, but it's very interesting to see because China have been extremely dangerous when they've had possession of the ball.
And exactly why it becomes really important for the Indians' defense to make sure that the Chinese are not given any space. They would like to keep pushing them back towards their try line. And that's exactly what the Indians are doing right now. Good grab, but look at that dummy from China. Oh, good tackle from number 10 from India, Gudiya Kumari. Very important tackle there. Chinese still with the ball, roaring, soaring, going ahead.
A great job from India regaining possession right at the nick of the time. The time that it's an extremely crucial time for India to get the better of China here. They still have possession of the ball here.
Gudiya Kumari with that ball, good offload. Halted in their strides there.
This is an electrifying match that we are witnessing, folks. For those of us who are joining in, it's the right time to join in. For those of you all not watching, please do tune in and support your teams here. There's a little bit of a pause in the game, so the referee's gone and stopped the clock momentarily. It's all level here at the Rajgir Sports Complex.
What an exchange, what a beginning to this all-important match. The viewers who had gathered here to support and cheer their team are getting the absolute best action from rugby. Both these teams, the initial moments of this game have shown that they have the mettle, they have the capability for what it takes to win this cup. And that is exactly why they are here in this all-important semi-final. India and China have got a little bit of history, you know. Both these teams geopolitically connected, culturally connected. These teams will have a lot to do the next few minutes that are going to come up.
It's exciting to see how things pan out. India showing the rest of Asia that they are not any pushover. They're not going to go down without a fight, and they're going to bring their A game no matter who the opponent is. And that is what we want to witness here in this Asia Rugby Emirates under 27s. Good run there from China.
Very good defense, I would say, because the Indians are not going for the dummies and they are very sure and patient that they are going to watch the ball till the very end to make sure which way they are going to move. Not going in the wrong direction. However, the Chinese try multiple times to put on a dummy, and now India have the ball. Sent down the middle. That's Ritu Manji with the ball, and now number
Kyra
7
Bianca
there.
Vincent.
Going with the ball. Again, from the middle here, attack trying to be built. The Chinese halting them in their strides. Good struggle, both the sides.
India lose possession, and now it's a chance for the Chinese team to take the lead. There's space ahead, and the number 3 is running away with it. A good tackle, timely tackle by India, right at the nick of time. But danger not averted yet.
Constantly, these guys are trying to get towards the Indians, the try line, and the Chinese almost successful there. Looks like they will score. We'll have to wait if those are 7 points or not. They're given. So once again, now the Chinese have got the lead and India will have to respond quickly. The Chinese constantly putting pressure on the Indians every time. However, the defense was trying to get them. The defense was trying to get them back in the game, but the Chinese are not letting in. And now, finally, I think the last try was disallowed, and finally the Chinese have a try there.
5 points for them, 5 points for the Chinese team.
We'll have to wait and see if there can be a conversion.
The Indian team is giving it their all. Surely it's not over yet. There's a lot to play for. It's just the start of an electrifying clash between these two.
Those 2 points were scored there, and that takes the Chinese total to 14 points. And look at that, constant pressure, good offloading, and the point. It was very close to the Indian try line, and that is why the Chinese found one moment of brilliance and made sure they got the points for it. This time India will have the possession to start with here. Let's see what happens. What do they make out of it? Number 12 giving it to 10. 10 sending it down left flank. The ball goes out of play.
Akshay, they did not convert after the try, so they only lead by 12-7. So those 2 extra points you said were 14. That's been deducted. And with that, we have half time, and China leading by just, oh, they've corrected the score. You're right, it showed 12 earlier. China lead 14, India 7.
Amazing display of rugby from both these teams. Both these teams really resolute. It's a very, very important match for these teams here. China started scoring. In response, India's captain, Bhumika Shukla, made sure the Indians were on the scorecard. Again, right before the halftime, we saw the Chinese coming up with a good try, giving them the all-important lead in this match. Semi-final, whosoever wins goes to the championship match. And as you can see on your screens, Coach Keanu with the team. Looks like a spirited team. They're not going to give in so easy. They're going to fight back. They're going to make sure that they ensure India's contribution in the tournament, and they will ensure that at least one team out of the two are still there in contention for the championship. And what will happen in the next 7 minutes will decide if India will continue being there in this tournament or not. Ball with the Chinese.
Quite a poor kick. Possession back with India, who start off from the half line. Couldn't clear that line there, the Chinese, and that's why India start off again from the halfway mark. Now,
Big tussle for the ball there on the field. The Chinese now have the ball with them. They're trying their level best to make some space.
good work from Team India. They have possession of the ball. They can build out from here. There's space there. But good tackle coming in from China. India, no, Chinese running away with it. There's miles and miles of space ahead of her. It all comes down to the kind of support she gets. Good job there from Kyra Bianca Vincent. Bring her down. But China still on the prowl, still on the attack, looking for that extra try that could give them an unsaleable lead. Team India doing their very best, and now the Chinese, definitely another try for them. It's number 5, Ping Li, gets another 7 from the Chinese, and now this seems to have silenced the home crowd, Akshay.
Yeah, this seems to have broken the spirits of the home crowd here a little, but you have to give it to the Indians. You know, they have a physical disadvantage of size, and despite that, they have been really brave and valiant, trying to stop the Chinese in their strides, constantly trying to stop them. We'll have to see, can they find some inspiration, can they find some moments of magic. Looks like there is a double replacement here. Muskan Piploda, number 4, is now on the field, and
but there's still a lot of time remaining in the second half, Akshay. Anything can go, anything can happen in this game. We know that the Chinese are bigger in size, but Indians have speed on their side. We've seen that time and over again, blistering pace on both sides of the flanks. They've been an absolute joy to watch in this tournament. Don't you think so, Akshay?
yeah, absolutely. And I can see Bianca coming out, and that's number 1 going in. That's Aarti Kumari replacing.
Extremely difficult conditions to play. The weather just about getting unbearable at the moment. We're nearing 1 o'clock here. And now India on the attack again. She's got speed. Oh, but she cannot. Offloads the ball. Now China do extremely well in regaining back possession of the ball. India again couldn't hold on that occasion, faltering and allowing the Chinese to get ahead of them in this game. The Chinese on the attack again. Now a fumble, but they still regain possession. A great tackle there coming in right on the right side of the flank.
China have the ball right now, and while India were trying to put pressure and trying to get to the try line, they have stopped them. Again, good distribution of the ball. The rotation is good. They are moving all through the pitch. They are moving in the left flank, now bringing it to the middle. And see, that is what makes, you know, that is what confuses the defense lines. India would be willing that they don't give in. Look at that now. Number 11 for China has made some space, and there is no one chasing her. Certainly going to be 7 points, and this will probably deflate the Indian team. Their chances quickly fizzling out to reach the finals. Look at the Indians. Just not getting the groove in this game. The Chinese have made sure they keep constant pressure on these girls from India.
The girls from India now are reeling under the pressure of the weather. Both teams finding the conditions difficult, but the Chinese just about getting the better of Team India. And they're feeling the heat now, both metaphorically and physically, Team India. The Chinese just about running away with the game. Only 2 minutes remaining. They could easily clinch a spot for themselves in the final later today.
The Chinese with a huge lead of 28-7 right now, 21-point lead. That is going to be absolutely crucial in the result of this match. India will have to put out something magical to bring the energy in. Right now they look pretty flat-footed, shoulders dropping for Indian girls. That's exactly what's not to be done here. Scrum being called.
It's a scrum for China. It's pretty close to India's try line. And one thing India don't want at this moment is to concede yet again. They haven't been able to keep China away from their half this whole match. And apart from that first try after China scored, we haven't seen much of Team India on this field. They haven't put up much of a performance. Rather, the Chinese have been extremely dominant. Now, there's space down the left flank. Could she run away with it? Oh, brilliant tackle coming in the nick of time. Both teams.
That's been the story of this match, you know. Every time India try to break free, the Chinese defenders have made sure they tackle them well. Now, from the right-hand side, it looks like there is an attack building. Oh, fumble there, knock on probably. Umpires will call for a scrum there. The offloading for India has been quite glitchy because the catches have not been grabbed properly.
This is exactly what pressure does to you, Akshay. When anyway, the weather conditions are not suitable. On top of that, the Chinese are clearly dominating, and that's making or forcing the Indian team to commit mistakes that they don't really want to do. And that's what pressure does to even the greatest teams out there. But hats off to the Chinese. They've been an all-round display from them. Look like a well-oiled unit here. Lovely offload, but
Good tackle from the Indian as well. The number 9 made sure that
yellow card there, shown there to the Indian player, and she'll have to go off the field for 2 minutes there. And number 6, Anshu Kumari.
Well, that was still a good tackle because if she would have let the Chinese player move ahead, there would have been certain 5 points in China's kitty, and these are desperate times, desperate needs, man.
No, but with that, there are one player down, Team India, and that could cost them dearly here again. And there goes the hooter. There's no way India can make a comeback. But they could salvage their pride.
But they haven't got much to lose anymore, Polly. I think they have made sure, they just want to make sure the lead is not, the margin of defeat isn't too big. And that's that. That is that. China has defeated India in this very important semi-final. And the hopes of all the spectators, the audiences and the viewers go down the drain with that defeat.
India still have another match today. They will fight for the 3rd and 4th spot later on today. And their opponents will be decided after this next fixture, because it's time for the Hong Kong China girls to take on Uzbekistan. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly with both teams taking the field very soon.
of champions in front of their name, beating that same team. And now, folks, we move our attention once again the women's finals with Hong Kong, China, but this time facing them will be the China team. So could this be a back-to-back final victory for the Hong Kong China team, or will China take this title of champions in the women's category? We're about to find out in just a few moments.
And this is how the teams line up today. For Hong Kong, for China, the starting 7 is jersey number 1, Lei Zhang, jersey number 3, Shuxuan Zhang, jersey number 4, Xu Yanbai, jersey number 6, Xia Yu, jersey number 7, Xin Love, jersey number 10, Jingjing Liu, and jersey number 12, Jinju Lu.
Can I please request the teams to line up on the field of play?
Polly, here we are with the Hong Kong China girls in the finals, and we just saw the Hong Kong China men winning the trophy of this Asia Rugby Emirates Under 27s 2025.
I'd just like to introduce
The
Akshay back into the box, who's just joined me once again for this grand finale for the women's category. Welcome to the box.
Thanks a lot, Polly. And the Hong Kong
Rashtriya
China
Rugby
girls
League
on the
Company
field
Hotel.
right now will be
May
number
I
2,
please
Sophie
request
Arana,
everybody
the
to
star
kindly
of their
stand
team,
up for the
Elizabeth
national
Staunton, a
anthem
very
of
important
the People's
pillar,
Republic
Elsie
of
Hilme,
China.
and then there will be Haruka Aimatsu, number 8. It will be Emily Fisher, number 10, Joy C, number 11, and Pu Yi Li, number 12. And what an astonishing performance that was from the boys. And here we are for the national anthems.
Now it's time for China's national anthem.
The teams can line up to play. Let's give both the
Fortunes
team
will
a
be
huge
running
round of
high in
applause.
this
दोनों टीम के
tournament.
cheer
This is going
करेंगे
to
हम.
be the
Come on, everybody,
finals of
Holly.
Rugby, Asia Rugby Emirates Under 27s 2025, and Hong Kong China girls versus China girls, the final. And we just saw the boys winning the championship, and it's time the girls, if we would have to see if the girls can emulate that feat. What a great day of rugby we have had, Polly. And this is going to be another exciting addition to the list of amazing matches that we have been able to see here.
Absolutely, Akshay. Some incredible scenes coming from here. We know that Hong Kong, China have already clinched the men's title, and this could be a chance for the women to do it too.
Absolutely, and wouldn't it be great if they do it in both the categories? If they become champions of both the categories, it will be absolutely a blessing for the rugby ecosystem in Hong Kong, China. But we have to also consider that the Chinese girls are also very, very good. The first exchanges are here on the ground now. The ball's with the Chinese, moving confidently over the pitch. Oh, that's a fumble there and a knock-on awarded. Pardon me. The ball has been given to the Hong Kong Chinese girls, number 10, running it up on the right flank.
Hong Kong, China starting off on an aggressive note here, but the ball back with Team China.
Keeping possession, the Chinese, and trying to find an opening and running from the right-hand side, trying to dodge over. But Sophie Arana there, standing like a wall and still going on, the Chinese.
This is good for them. Good determination.
Stitching up a good couple of passes there. Space down the left flank. China now, space for her. She's going through the number 5, Ping Li. Then she scores the first try of this final. Fantastic stuff from Ping Li. How about that, Akshay?
Yeah, that was beautiful, and she's happy. Look at the happiness and the smiles on the faces of the Chinese girls because they know how important the first try of a final could be. And we saw how the Sri Lankans crumbled under pressure when the Hong Kong China boys kept coming at them with try after try in the opening exchanges of the match. This could be fatal. This could be really, really bad for the Hong Kong China girls. They'll have to regroup quickly and find a response to this one. And this can come through Sophie Arana or Staunton. They'll be looking for one opportunity to get back on the score sheet.
Yes, definitely Hong Kong China on the back foot right now. Will look for an immediate response. They didn't expect China to take such an early lead, and China would have wanted that, and they've got exactly what they wanted. A kick not really good in that section. So Sophie Arana passes the ball to Elizabeth Staunton, who'll start over all over again. Yes, trailing by 5 points now. Hong Kong, China. Still a lot of time left on the clock. Still a lot to play for in this grand finale. This is the ultimate match of the Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025. The men, Hong Kong, China, have already clinched the title.
Sophie Arana there with the ball trying to make a move but tackled well. The ball is still in Chinese possession. The referee has got something to say, but she says play on, and the Chinese keep coming with the ball. Hong Kong, China looking in tatters right now. Look at them, not so sure where their positioning should be. The defense lining is just running helter-skelter. Could be an opportunity for China. Surely is. There we go. 2 of those red players going towards the... and there we have 7 points for China once more. This is turning really, really quick into China's territory. They are making sure they have the advantage.
Absolutely, Akshay. Total rampage going on here from Team China. Back-to-back tries. No chance. The Hong Kong China team absolutely stunned with the way China are performing in the early stages of the match. They're shocked. They don't know what to do, but they'll have to quickly regroup, as you said, and try to find a comeback immediately if they want to take anything away from this match. And of course, that main coveted title of Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025 title.
This is not the way we have seen the Hong Kong China girls play till now. Clearly, they have been rattled by this great work from China in the initial moments of this match in the first half. And they'll have to clearly think about what the plans are, and they'll have to stick to it. And there's a line out. The China girls get the ball once again. Number 10 throws in for number 11 and trying to make an attack from the center this time. Can they find an opening? Keeps going. Good offload. Still finding space there. Still going. And here, one opportunity probably had come up for Hong Kong China, but the referee says the ball has to go to the Chinese. Could be called in for a scrum there. The Hong Kong China throughout this tournament have been very, very good with their decision making and their offloading and their execution of the final try as well. And it has sometimes come through Sophie Arana, sometimes come through Staunton. This game looks a little different, a little more difficult, and has to be. These are the finals. These two are the best teams of the tournament. Number
Now
10.
China, could this be try number 3? And it's as easy as that. They're running away with this match right in the first half itself.
Are we watching the repeat of what just happened script-wise in the previous game when the Hong Kong China boys meted out the same fate for Sri Lanka, try after try after try, and did not let them score even one try, kept them on a 0 score. And now here in this match, we are seeing the same happening to the Hong Kong China girls. China on rampage right now.
Absolutely amazing scenes for the Chinese camp. Look at that again. quick passing, space ahead of her on the left flank, making no mistake there. Shujuan Zhang, wonderful work. And both the finals are turning to be a one-sided affair here, Akshay.
Yeah, clearly it looks like one of these teams in both the finals have not coped well with the pressure. And more than skills, it has become the game of keeping your nerves in control. And at this moment, China doing a better job at that.
Yes, absolutely. Now Hong Kong, China trying to regroup from that early shock. 3 tries scored against them. There's nothing they could do. They have been absolutely prolific through the tournament. And now suddenly they've gone missing here at the grand stage, the grand finale. The last match of the Asia Rugby Emirates under 27s.
Well, the coaching staff and the coach will have to actually do some serious work with the psychological part of the game when the team goes in for the break. 30 seconds left for that. China leading 17-0. Scrum. Scrum half, number 10 from China, rolling the ball in. Look at that, look at that.
There goes the hooter. Last chance for Hong Kong, China to get on the scoreboard. Play will go on. And now there's a gap there. She finds it, but there are 2 people converging. She loses the ball, but lovely. Finally a try for Hong Kong, China, courtesy Mao. Finally 7 points on the board. Is it?
We'll have to wait for the confirmation. Looks like players have been called off the field. The break has been called.
Yes, no try there. There's confirmation.
17-0 it remains. We'll have to see what happens. 17-0 it remains at halftime. China has taken a solid lead and Hong Kong, China have got quite some catching up to do in the second half.
Yes, lots of work to be done by Hong Kong, China. They trail here 17-0. Quite a big lead, but we have a half left. And if they charge and play aggressive rugby, smart rugby, good rugby in the second half, they could just very well make a comeback into this match. But for now, China running away with it, and there's no stopping them.
Polly, I think when the second half starts, and can you see there in the huddle, now the Hong Kong China girls are getting a good brief from their coach, and he must be telling them to just believe in themselves and don't let the situation, the match pressure get onto them, because they have the capabilities to beat any team in this tournament, and they have shown it in the past, the Hong Kong China girls.
Absolutely, Akshay, I agree with you because they've got it in them. They've got the right quality. They've been playing amazing rugby. We've seen some superstars amongst them, especially Sophie Arana and Elizabeth Staunton and Fisher. All of them have been absolutely fantastic to the tournament. And to see them go down this easily to the Chinese is quite a shock to everyone. Not just Hong Kong, China, but to all the viewers who are joining us as well.
Well, I would say the first 2 minutes of the second half are going to be absolutely essential for Hong Kong China girls, because if they can score something there, that will give them belief, that will give them hope, and from there probably they'll go for a turnaround. The ball goes in the air, Hong Kong China grabs it, trying to make a move. The intent is quite clearly there. From the left flank, would like to go towards the try line. The ball again remains with Hong Kong China.
Yeah, confirmation on the scoreboard. China 17, Hong Kong, China with a lot of catching up to do.
Long kick there, and this is a new strategy. It seems they're trying to... Oh, look at that. That could be an opportunity. She needs to offload quickly there. She keeps on going. She keeps on going, and an offload has happened. They are quite close to the try line. As I was saying, in the first 2 minutes, we'll have to see some response from Hong Kong, China. Something is coming. And there that is, surely now 5 points. Look at that. Hong Kong, China have finally found a response, and they have finally found their footing, their groove in this match. This is very good. This will serve as a tonic for them.
Elizabeth Staunton is tasked with converting this one from quite a difficult angle. But they'll need those 2 points here. All the points matter here. It is the grandest stage of them all. Elizabeth Staunton with the... And it's successful! 2 points to Hong Kong, China. Way to go, Elizabeth Staunton. Hong Kong, China right back in track.
Well, see, that huddle and that break has done a world of good to the Hong Kong China girls because they have come out looking like a very different team from what they were looking in the first half. And suddenly, China will be feeling the heat. They know this is no team to push over, and if they get their groove back, they will make sure that China has to sweat a lot to get anywhere near their score. Again, the Chinese have, look at that pressure. Now some mistakes creeping in the gameplay from China here.
Good sidestep there from China, but ultimately brought down to the ground. And still holding on to the ball here, China. They'll have to keep doing that, probably score another try or two to seal the game, and they're on the charge here again. There's space there on the left flank, but she didn't have enough gas in her tank.
Just lost her balance out there.
Now number 10, with space ahead of her. Good sidestep, but can't get through. Ball back with Hong Kong, China here. 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock.
Oh, definitely an opportunity for the Hong Kong China girls, and they would like to convert it into points. Look at them. They're trying to make sure that they gain some space on the field. They would like to go towards the Chinese try line at the moment. And that's just to release some pressure. You see now, Sophia Rana with her legs coming in. Which would have been a strategy to probably get her to the ball and make sure that she makes use of the space in front of her on the right flank.
I'm just having a look at the clock there, Akshay. Time is running out for Hong Kong, China. It's now or never. They've got to push and push hard. It's only a matter of 3.5 minutes remaining, a little bit more than 3.5 minutes remaining in this match. China look like they are in control at the moment. But as I was telling Alan earlier, Akshay, the pendulum can swing any way.
Yeah, definitely. Quite a lot of times in this tournament, we have seen teams coming from behind and making sure that they create magic. UAE showed us that. And look at Sophia Rana. Is she away, isn't she? Yes, she is, definitely. She is going to score a 7 for her team and bring her team back in this final match. What a performer, Sophia Rana.
And that will take Hong Kong, China to 14 points, just 3 behind China. Can this be the greatest comeback we've seen in Asia Rugby?
And look at the tale of two halves here. In the first half, it looked like all China, nothing at all from Hong Kong, China. But suddenly, things have turned, the tides have turned in the second half, and now it looks like Hong Kong, China have got legs, they have got some more gas and stamina in them, and they're very, very conscious of what is happening around them. Situational awareness is good. China trying to make sure they get some more points on their side. 17-12 the score right now.
Now, she's on the break. She's on the charge. There's no stopping her. No one ahead of her. China responding with another miraculous try. Surely now. Surely. It's done and dusted.
Oh, you never say never, because we have seen things turn very quickly. And Hong Kong, China is now looking like a team that is ready to fight till the last second. Although the score is 22-12, it is just 2 tries away from China. My bad. Hong Kong, China are only 2 tries away from China's score.
And that's a successful conversion there by Mao.
12 points adrift, these two teams now. Hong Kong, China trailing.
Look at that try there again. Miles and miles of space ahead of her. And she did what she could.
Exciting gameplay from both the teams in the second half. The ball goes towards the Hong Kong Chinese girls. Can they keep it to... No, they lose the possession. China once again on charge. Number 1 going through the middle of the pitch there. Ball on the loose, but China will keep it in control. Offloaded, recovered. Number 8 rushing in, offloaded from the right flank. Once again, the Chinese are rushing in. Can someone stop them? No, 5 points. A try scored. China now looking very good. 29 points on the board from them already, and a conversion kick to follow.
Surely now, Akshay, the game's done and dusted. There's nothing more that the Hong Kong Chinese team can do from here. It's only 30 seconds remaining on the clock. China have sealed this. Surely they have sealed the title as well. And they will be the champions of the women's category in this Asia Rugby Emirates under 27s.
The conversion was not so good. Did not push it into the outright, and so only 5 points from this try. Number 16 there, brilliant play. Look at her running. Look at that focus. Great to see, beautiful to see. Once again, Hong Kong, China, and the hooter is out there. Very few seconds left in this game. Hong Kong, China probably trying to go for their last attempt here. Sophia Rana doing her best. Couldn't get through, tackled. Still going. The Hong Kong, China girls really appreciate the zeal and the vigor. Look at them go. The Chinese, they are just using brutal strength right now to bring down the Hong Kong, China girls. They cannot afford a mistake anymore. Number 10 trying to go from the left flank. Missing out the space there. Once again, the tackles, tackle after tackle. This is relentless rugby. Both the teams trying to give in everything that they have. One more tackle. Hong Kong China team, this is very difficult. This is number 9 trying to salvage some pride for the team in these final seconds.
It's a little too late now. There's nothing much that can be done. China will look to regain possession and kick that ball out of play to end the misery of Hong Kong, China. Yes, it looks like they will end with a try.
5 points awarded. Hong Kong, China. See, this is the will and the grit of the Hong Kong, China girls that we were talking about. They know they cannot win from here, but despite that, they have not given up. They are still fighting, and of course they can.
They've shown some great spirit through this tournament, Hong Kong, China. They've gone down with a fight, and they should be extremely proud of what they've done in this tournament. And now she's gone there for conversion, but they should be extremely proud of how they've performed. 2 points more will take them to 16, and that will be the end of the game. The Chinese team are the champions of the Asia Rugby Emirates under 27s 2025. Take a bow, girls. You all have done it.
Well, congratulations to China, but well played, Hong Kong, China. You were there till the end fighting, and you are still the second best team in this tournament. You have showed us that Hong Kong, China, and China both have shown us that rugby is here to stay in Asia, and soon we are going to see some fabulous teams coming out of Asia as well.
Absolutely wonderful scenes here at the Rajgir Sports Complex, Bihar. What a tournament we've had. One fabulous tournament. Breathtaking matches, amazing rugby on display, and enthralling finishes. It's exactly what we asked for, and they have delivered.
Oh yeah, 100%. Look at the China girls there, brimming with pride, and their flag there on ground, and that is what you win championships for.
And that's it, folks. That's how things end here at the Asia Rugby Emirates 27s 2025. That's all from the comm box. It's me, Rohit Paul, signing off for the last time with
Akshay Pallav, and it was so good being with you guys, bringing this live presentation to you. We will meet you soon, some other day. Until then, good night. Have a very, very good night. Shabakher.